It is 1 a.m., and in a dark room, an intelligent, capable woman is staring at her phone. Her feed is filled with peers posting about new houses, thriving businesses, and perfectly curated relationships. Meanwhile, she's sitting in the exact same room, living the exact same life she was 2 years ago. She puts in the hours, she has the education, she works hard, and she's genuinely good at what she does. There is absolutely no lack of effort or talent here. Yet, as the brightness of the screen dims, a persistent question gets louder in her head. Everyone else is moving forward. Why am I stuck? This agonizing feeling of falling behind stems from a biological hardware glitch in human psychology. This diagram represents a hunter-gatherer tribe. Thousands of years ago, comparing yourself to others was a highly effective survival tool. Your brain evolved to constantly map out where you stood in the group to ensure resources, safety, and respect. To keep you alive, it built a shortcut, a system monitoring a tight-knit circle of 50 to 100 people. Today, your village has expanded. Your tribe is the entire globe, accessible the moment you open an app. Within 10 minutes of waking up, a neural network built to handle 100 peers is forced to process the curated highlight reels of thousands of strangers. You feel exhausted and inadequate because your evolutionary wiring is suffering from a massive data overload, regardless of your actual real-world success. This overload creates a state of information asymmetry. In childhood, we were trained to measure our worth through structured, symmetrical systems, like class ranks and report cards. We carry that habit into adulthood, only now the report card is social media curation. This chart shows the flawed math of the digital age. You are comparing your entire, unedited reality against a highly restricted, heavily filtered dataset consisting of someone else's absolute best moments. You see the post about the new house, but you miss the monthly mortgage stress. You see the successful startup launch, but you miss the nights of lonely, quiet effort, illuminated only by a laptop screen. It is impossible to yield an accurate result when you measure your daily practice sessions against someone else's curated championship victory. The sensation of failing is a byproduct of measuring your complete data against incomplete data. Consider a 27-year-old woman who felt entirely paralyzed by her peers' timelines. Instead of tracking their updates, she reviewed 2 years of her personal notes, messages, and photos to audit her own progress. She discovered a massive amount of hidden growth. 2 years prior, she struggled with self-doubt. Now, she clearly communicated her boundaries and had moved from a beginner's uncertainty to an expert's command of her field. Her deep personal progress simply wasn't Instagram-worthy. Human development follows natural ecological seasons, where growth is tethered to individual conditions rather than a collective schedule. A tree that blooms in early spring is biologically equal to a tree that requires the cooler temperatures of late autumn to produce its leaves. Each operates on its own optimized schedule. Falling behind is an optical illusion created when you ignore your own ecological season to follow an artificial timeline. To break the comparison loop, you can apply a practical reprogramming protocol. Step 1 is creating a win list. Grab a pen and write down 10 non-obvious internal improvements you've made over the last 12 months. Documenting these quiet victories forces the brain to shift its processing power away from external comparison and toward internal data validation. Step 2 is input control. For 1 week, mute. Don't unfollow, just mute any account that triggers a sense of inadequacy. This lowers your brain's cognitive load, giving your evolutionary wiring a chance to reset. Step 3 is the anchor belief. Use a mental interrupt rule. The next time that evolutionary glitch fires, explicitly state, "I am running my own race." Which brings us back to the woman sitting in the dark at 1 a.m. The invisible internal struggles she is experiencing right now act as the solid building blocks for her specific future. You are perfectly on time within your own reality. If you know someone currently trapped in that 1 a.m. paradox, share this with them, because the race only matters if you're running your own.